The session was broken down into a few parts. The first part was an introduction into, basically it was Twitter, it was focused on Twitter, and we had a presentation on what Twitter is, how to set up an account, all the Twitter basics. It was like Twitter 101. And then the second part of the session, one of the doctors talked about how he used social media to enhance his career. And the last session was a panel discussion where each of us gave our perspective on why we were on social media and how we use social media and why we find it as valuable. And I presented the patient perspective. It's kind of a funny story how I got involved in social media. I had to retire from teaching because my stem cell transplant failed to put me into a remission and my immune system was compromised, so I could no longer be in the classroom. So I was home and I got to watch morning TV, and there's a show in America called The Today Show, and Kathy Lee and Hoda told me that I should follow them on Twitter, so I did, and that's how I got onto Twitter. But after I was there, I noticed that there was a search bar where you could search hashtags, and I didn't even know about hashtags at first, but I searched myeloma and found out there was a lot of good information on myeloma on Twitter. And in the beginning, I was just a lurker. I would just follow other people and gather that information. But then I had that aha moment that I'm a teacher, and maybe some of this information that I was gathering, I could spread to teach others. So I changed my Twitter name from Cindy C to Myeloma Teacher, and I started finding information and then sharing what I found back in some of my patient communities, and it just kind of grew from there. When I'm on Twitter, I'm not a patient, I'm kind of a patient advocate, so I'm a voice for many patients. So when I do that, I don't ask doctors specific questions about me or someone else. And we want to gather knowledge as a whole. We want to know what's new and exciting in the community, what clinical trials are happening, what changes in practices are happening. And I think once the doctors get to know us as patient advocates and trust us and know what we're on, they're very, very responsive. I've had doctors who tag me in their tweets because they know when they tag me, then I will be able to get that information back to the patient communities.